D&D campaign is rated TV-MA LSVEP. It contains strong language, sexual situations, violence, extreme nerdiness, and proper naughty behavior. It is intended only for a mature audience. Viewer discretion is advised. Goodness, happy Sunday, everyone. Another session of the Obsidian Scar. I know we were off for a couple of weeks, but let's be honest, it was around Thanksgiving and everyone's busy. So we've committed, though, we're going to be around for the next 3 weeks. We'll be off 2 weeks right before and right after Christmas, and then we'll be back in January. So you've got us for a few weeks in a row. The lovely Richie has joined us once again, playing Gregory. So welcome back. I'm glad we didn't scare you off, Richie. Let's do our roles, and then we can do our recap. Sound like a plan?
Sounds good. Yes, chef.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Roll them d20s.
Ooh, okay.
I'm rolling in slow motion. It's gonna be a second. Looks like a 3.
Looks like a 3, okay.
Yeah, it looks like a 3. Yeah.
It's a 19 for Ileana.
12 for Lennox.
Okay. We got Steven, Richie.
6 for Gregory.
6.
4.
4. All right. Well, I rolled an 18, so I believe that means Ileana gets that, right? Unless I misheard.
Okay.
What?
I think Ileana had a
Yeah.
handle.
Yeah. Awesome. Does one of you want to do Elzaris's bounty roll, a D100 for me?
I did it last time, so I'll let someone else do it this time.
I got to do it the time before, but no one wants to.
I got it.
Yeah, get it, Steven. Get her. Get
Come
that.
on, 69. Come on, no, 45.
45.
The only time I can roll is 69.
Yeah. Last week was a 61, which was probably the closest we've been. Okay. All right, so let's jump into the recap. Steven, tell us what happened during our last session that you weren't here for.
You know what? It felt like I was there.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
So last week, the party ended their, frankly, epic battle against the Arcana Law, Bob Sadu. And once again, they defeated him, but the party doubts that that is permanent. They believe that he is in some sort of other plane and is now intending to hunt him down. They also saw perhaps a vision, perhaps actually their friend Peppino, previously killed by Bob Sadu, who word got to them that he has been resurrected, but they believe he's on another plane as well. So the party was looking into ways to get to another plane, and Ileana became frustrated. And when a woman feels frustrated and wants to escape her reality, she did what any woman does: is she pulled out a dildo and used that to contact Maeve. I'm not making that up, people.
Not wrong.
So she may help the party do that. We also have a new permanent forever friend named Gregory, who has a lot of trust in his master, who would never kill anyone, so I hear. Most crucially, probably the biggest plot thing that happened last week was that Derek was informed that Marcia was his ex-girlfriend, which is obviously not true. They're still feeling things out. She's not even a current girlfriend. So let's all cool our jets here. She's not done with me yet. We haven't begun. If anyone has anything that they felt was important that they want to throw in, other than if flatbread is easier to hold than not flatbread, feel free to fill it in. But that's the bulk of it.
Feels pretty good. Any amendments? You feel
Well,
pretty good about it?
I didn't watch the recap, but was the argument that Ileana has had flatbread but not had pizza, or what was it?
No, she's had ice cream, but not pizza.
That's what it was. Sorry,
Mhm.
thank you.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm,
okay.
mhm,
Just
yes.
trying to make sure I have my facts straight.
Yes.
This is like, in like right after combat. Like,
Yeah.
now's the time to talk about this. Oh, and also, probably importantly, Jules has rigged a trap with this
Oh.
this hole in reality with a bag of holding poised to fall into it to perhaps disastrous results. And that's another thing that's existing right now on our ship, the C word. So that's it. Now it is time to drive Obsidian's car.
Yeah. Thank you, Stephen. Well, so with Gregory helping move the ship forward more quickly, you guys were able to cut off an extra day or so on your travels. And
It's not 5 feet an hour or whatever. You guys
Yeah.
you know, not a lot of sailors here. Yeah, so you are approaching. You've got about 1 day left at sea before you make it to St. Barthos. What do you guys want to do? You've got this hole in your ship. You've got a rig above it of strings and pulleys with some sort of arcane lock on it. You have some information about Pepino, and you're heading on the last stop before you go to the Margatas Trench.
Did we decide whether or not it was the bathroom?
We're gonna fill it
Well,
up.
it's
with
definitely
shit.
been used as the bathroom, even if it's
I
like
think
not
a bunch of
official.
use.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's the upper management bathroom.
Like I normally go in the water, but like, should I come onto the boat just to use the hole?
Oh, yeah, you're an honored guest, obviously.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll try that out.
So we're just
Gosh.
sailing, right?
Yeah, you got about a day left.
But like this next place we're going. Sorry, just to refresh my memory.
Mhm.
This isn't the final location. This is like the last pit stop before we go out like super far.
Right. So this is the last location of the Elias Assembly before you head out. There may be other villages and cities or whatever out, in the archipelago, but this is the last one that you guys know about before you go out to the trench for your recon mission.
All right. Cool. Yeah.
All right.
I'll probably check in with everyone during the day if that's okay. If anybody has anything. Great. So, I know we have some time before the Arcanoloth comes back. And we have a mission already, and I know we probably don't want to switch up what we're doing too much, as we have a tendency to do sometimes. But is that something? Does that take new priority over the trench? Trying to go to the Nine Hills and take care of that Arcanoloth once for all, especially Vaz Pepino. Just want to collect everyone's thoughts.
Kind of want to get it settled, especially if we're worried about Pepino being with them. I don't think it's something that we should keep sitting for too long.
Listen, I don't know much about other planes. I remember we had a breakfast delivery, and where we went in the Feywild, time moved differently. Is there anything like that we need to worry about to take into consideration if we were to do this?
Oh, look at
But
Jules. Yeah.
we're calling just that a breakfast delivery. That's what we're.
Yeah,
Just a
That's
simple.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah,
That's what we're
just a
sticking with.
simple breakfast delivery.
Okay. Yeah. Can I see if I've ever read anything about how time works on the different planes?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and make a history check for me.
All right. 23. I'll make it 28.
All right, so 28, yeah. You know the time works differently in the Feywild, but you feel that has something to do with Fey magic. It doesn't necessarily apply to places like the Nine Hells or some of the elemental planes. Even there are other hazards with traveling to planes, about Elysium and how you could get caught there just because the place is so magical and beautiful and wonderful. But the only one that has real time jump is the Fae, to your knowledge.
Okay, yeah, I'll relay that information.
Oh,
Okay, I don't know why I asked.
that's good to have knowledge beforehand. No one's half the battle.
I mean, if you guys want to go there, I got your back, but I can go either way.
Is he going to be easier or more difficult to fight depending on what plane he's on? Is there a benefit to hunting him down there? I guess is my question.
It's the only way to kill him for good. I guess would be the benefit,
that's a big
but
deal.
I'm sure that in his home lair, he's probably a bit more prepared for things than traveling. So it might be a bit more difficult.
Yeah, otherwise you just gonna keep showing up. I'm kind of sick of it.
Hey.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we just need to figure out how to get there.
I can ask my friend, Maevriel. She said, well, we asked a bit already, and she said that you can use any planar magic or planar travel magic, but she might be able to help us as well, perhaps. I want to ask her about that before just paying some unknown person in the next town that we don't know and maybe can't trust as much as Maevriel. Also, Maevriel's skill is far greater than most, and so I have a lot more faith in her capabilities. For what it's worth.
I would agree.
Sure, yeah, I mean, it just seems cool. Yeah, we can... we can definitely, strategize with her.
Alright. If I have a fresh day, I'll just send Maeve, or attempt to send Maeve another message with the sending stone. Yeah, you want me to roll?
A D100, please, yes.
83.
83, yep, that's fine. Okay, so yeah, you can send her a message.
Maevriel, just a follow-up. Can we discuss your assistance, perhaps, to the Nine Hills in a dream with my friends? Miss you.
There is a brief pause before you hear the familiar voice. Of course, darling. We could do it tonight. Just make sure everyone is together and touching each other somehow. See you then. Miss you too.
Lennox's eyes light up. Yeah, like, yay. Oh, alright. So, good news and good news. The first, she can help us, she can communicate with us in our dreams, and sort of allow for longer messages than the 25 words. But second good news is that means we have to have a sleepover and all be in contact. So I'll get my favorite jams and we'll all huddle together tonight.
Should be a great time.
Right?
Is Is Gregory invited to the? Are we gonna tell Gregory about it? Or
I
are we
would
just gonna...
love that. Maybe we can
To the
sleep on
boat
his
stuff.
chair.
Yeah, we'll just stack on top of his chair. His
Right.
one lawn chair.
Right, we'll just vertically sit. And
We can put some more furniture on there so it'll fit.
I don't think that'll work. But
You guys got
sure.
bunk beds?
I'm gonna try and figure out how to get a futon onto Gregory's back.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nothing but lawn chairs all the way down.
I'm also gonna work on making a volleyball net for the back of Gregory's shell.
Oh,
It's been too long since we've had a shirtless volleyball montage with all of us.
well, I was never shirtless. I not playing volleyball, at least.
Well, there's a point to the figure in the front of the ship.
So,
Thank you, Linux, for reminding me.
Right, well.
Alright, well, I'm gonna spend the rest of the day just making sure that nobody except us can activate. Actually, nobody except Letic, Ileana, and Jules can activate the nuke.
Okay. Can you make a sleight of hand check, please?
Can I use my tools?
Which tools?
Thieves? Or tinkers? Or carpenters? Or wood carvers? Smiths? You name it, I
Just
got
keep-
it.
You just have all the tools.
Yeah,
I'm an
same.
artificer, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Tools.
Sure. You can use your tools.
Okay. So I get to add my proficiency. Oh, crushed it. 30.
30. Okay.
Yeah.
Noted. Thank you.
So wait, are we gonna be fighting again tomorrow? Is that the plan?
Oh. Perhaps? Gregory, not sure.
I don't know. Why,
Do we need to-
Gregory, do you have a taste for blood now?
No, I want to be ready, you know. Like if we're gonna be fighting, I gotta make sure I have all my fighting juice and
You have fight juice?
yeah,
What's in your fight juice?
fighting juice. He'll hold up a jug.
Can I try it?
Is it
sure.
pee? Like,
No,
get
If
it-
it's pee, you
I
have to
could
tell me right
use
now.
some for my spells.
Sure.
What color is fight juice?
It's like a brown liquid.
Brown?
It's pee.
Oh, what?
It has to be.
It's a brown liquid. What notes? I'm gonna smell the fighting juice. What notes do I pick up?
It burns the nostrils. It smells like rub.
Okay.
Is it
Well-
like? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I don't know. I was just gonna pour some into it like the equivalent of like a sake cup. Just drink that.
It's just very strong liquor.
All right. I'll pour another one and get working on the security system again.
Are you gonna? I mean, we don't need to fight now, right?
No,
You probably don't want to have too much of that because you know what happens.
I
Guess the
don't know what
fighting.
happens. What?
Well, the fighting energy comes out. You can't stop it if you have too much fighting juice. So
It's Viagra for fighting.
yeah.
Oh,
You can't stop fighting after 4 hours.
yeah. If it's more than 8, then you should see a doctor.
I only have like 2 jugs, so you know, I want to make sure I'm prepared.
Are they Gregory-sized jugs or like humanoid-sized jugs?
Yeah, no, they're Gregory sized,
Okay, so like tubs.
Huge.
Tubs. Yeah.
like growler sized.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. No, Gregory, we should be fine if we'll have to dream tonight and speak with Maeve, and then we'll hear what she says about. We don't even know exactly where in the Nine Hills Arcanoloth reside, so I don't know. Oh, Jules, is there anyone that you could message or speak with that might have an idea of where to look in the Nine Hills, or access to the library back in we can have a direction.
I mean, we could go at some point we can go back to the library, but like I don't.
Okay.
I'm not like that close with anyone who works any of the
Right.
faculty per se.
Understood. Well, we can ask Maeve tonight in case she has an idea, but I don't know what to expect, Gregory, to be honest. We could get there and have to journey a while to find where the Sarconoloth is, ask around a bit, or we might be bounced real close and then get right into a fight. But we'll know better tonight.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll walk over to Gregory and be like, "Hey, man, there's like a really good chance that one of the three of them is gonna start a bar fight. So just like, you know,
Why?
just different things kind of set them off. It's hard. It's kind of unpredictable.
Wow. That's strong coming from Jules. Real strong.
Hey, does anybody want to hit me?
What? See, okay, Gregory, there you go.
Listen. Here's the thing.
Right?
I have these like I can take a little bit of a beating every day, and I'll just be better the next day
Oh,
to a certain extent. And I feel like if you don't use it, you lose it.
I can do that. Do
You
you want it
just
to
had all
hurt?
that fighting juice. He should probably get that out of the system.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt him. I don't want to hurt Derek.
The pain is temporary.
But Derek, that would mean our relationship is entering a new phase that I don't know if I'm ready for.
I just wanted to put that out
We're
there.
gonna have to have a lot of conversations before we cross that bridge.
What about that time we had that pillow fight?
I mean, that was all just fun and games.
Wait,
was-
was that Jules?
yeah. We were all there,
Mm-mm.
except Ileana, I think. Ileana was.
The pillow fight, where was that at?
There's been a few. There's been a few
Well,
fellow fights.
I was there for one. I think it was in the a mansion.
Pepino
yeah.
was there for that one.
Oh, right.
It's one on the spa, I think.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure that it was. I think I was doing something else at that
We
time.
should put the spa on Gregory's back. That would be great marketing.
Oh,
I
right.
mean,
As an
sure.
island.
We can definitely try it. Yeah, I haven't used it in a while.
We can sleep in that, right? There's plenty of room with all
How
the.
big is it?
I mean, it stays open. I mean, there's no beds. It's just a spa. It's a little waterlogged.
It'd be great for your brand.
Have some
Gregory.
shrinkage, probably.
All right.
I'm all for it.
Okay.
All right. So let's set up a spa,
Mhm.
cuddle up, and then
Right.
talk to Maeve. Look, okay, I like Maeve, and Maeve is great, but the energy between like you two and Maeve, it's just kind of there's
Between you two.
between you two
Both of you individually and together collectively.
Oh.
and with Maeve. Yeah, Derek gets it.
You're
Derek
not
knows what I'm
wrong.
talking about. There's an energy there, and it's
Yeah.
just kind of.
You don't
mean,
feel that,
Maeve-
Ileana?
I mean, Maeve's fine. I don't
Yeah,
know. I
right.
mean, she's a good person. I like her.
You led with she's fine.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
she's fine.
AF.
She's definitely good looking.
Right.
Okay, well, let's just hang out with Maeve, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people say.
All right. Anything else of substance that we want to accomplish today?
Mm-mm.
So you guys told me to talk to Kellenvor to get some new spells.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I forgot. So if you want me to learn how to send and to dispel magic,
Yeah.
I can talk to you about it tonight. Do you think we need that from the wherever we're going?
Maybe dispel magic. I don't know. I feel like that one's always handy.
Okay, this is the only
mean, you
time
don't
we're
have
gonna
to,
get
I
this
just
in the
like-
next week.
I'm not trying to,
Okay.
you know, only if you want to. I don't want to like fuck
Okay,
your
I
shit
won't.
up.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, yeah, fuck it.
I've made it. However long we've been at this without adjusting my spells.
10 levels, 2.5 years, or whatever.
7 levels, yeah.
This 6 months we've been at sea.
All right. So the day passes. Jules is busy securing the contraption so that no one else can get into it except for himself, Lennox, and Ileana. And the day seems to go without anything.
My cat's attacking my AirPods. He knocked them off the counter, and now I'll be back.
Dear God. And as the evening approaches and the sun starts to set, you see just off on the horizon the lights of a small village, like a little port village that you are approaching. Seems to be St. Barthos.
How long does it feel like until we'll be there?
Maybe like 30 minutes. You're like on your way.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So you make your way into port, and you can see it's actually fairly bustling for a small town. Quite a bit of nightlife, even though it's not very large. Your crew, docks your ship and starts to send out the boats so that everyone can go ashore. And you can tell that your crew is very glad to be on land for a little while. It's been, quite a harrowing journey between Vadros and St. Barthos. And you pull up and you see a lot of like flags and banners and things that clearly mark this as a city of the Elias Assembly.
Oh. The assembly's been far enough away for a while. We haven't had to think about it.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just not going to give them wait, you guys are out, right? You guys are like, you paid your dues.
Wait.
They're not going to tax you.
No.
They did it
We're
heavily
done, but-
last time.
Yeah, and I don't really trust them to just be like, okay, you're fine forever.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't expect them to try to take money from us, but I do expect them to try and keep an eye on us.
Got it.
Big organizations like that don't just usually let people, go off unattended after they've, had a control of them of sorts.
You've dealt with a lot of bureaucracy, Ileana?
You can say that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I just hope they're not like, oh, we don't have the paperwork where it says you're been clear. So.
I don't think there's any paperwork, so that might be a problem. Yeah.
All right. Well, whatever. We got Gregory who wants to drink his fight juice anyways. We'll be fine.
Lennox is saying all this in his little dragon onesie too. He's ready for the sleepover.
What, are we going into town, Lennox?
Lennox doesn't care. He's so hyped. He's just ready. He can't wait any longer.
Does it have a tail?
It does. Little tail, and I could pull the hood up and have a little teeth.
That
on the
is
top.
adorable.
Okay. I like Artemis.
I'm just upset that you didn't tell us we were wearing our onesies. I would have dressed accordingly.
Well, there's time. There's time.
So it's okay.
Right.
That ship has sailed. Literally, we're in the boat.
Usually when Linux,
Yeah.
Usually when Linux wearing his onesie, I'm not wearing anything, so that's not an option.
Why would you say that out loud?
Should we go and get some? Should I get
why
some
do you have
snacks? Should I get some snacks in town? Do we have any
Nothing to the
snacks on the ship?
imagination. Just very literal.
Should we have some snacks? Do we have any snacks on the ship for this slumber time?
You mean besides Lennox? And I'll just high five Lennox.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a
Right.
given. Emilio.
I still have the magic flavor spice. So if if we can get a bland trail mix that can make it bold or sweet and spicy,
Right.
whatever everybody wants.
We need to find some bland food for Derek specifically. Nothing seasoned.
I can season to your
Nothing
exact
seasoned.
wishes.
Right. So as you awkwardly have this conversation on a small little dinghy, the five of you all huddled together on this little ship, this little boat. You make it to shore. You see the main street after you get off the docks has several shops that are closed for the evening. It looks like there are actually like 3 different taverns in the space, which, judging by the size of the town, you wouldn't think that they would have that many establishments, but they do. It looks like the one that's probably buzzing the most is called the Green Turtle, and it's like the closest one to you. But there are 2 like further down the street. Yeah.
Does it look like I'll be able to fit in any of the doorways?
Yeah, yeah. They, you can tell that they've, unlike most towns out here, you can tell that they're used to like different creatures, especially ones that are of the deep. So you can probably make it through most of these doors.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Walk in like we own the place.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We'll find
So you walk
snacks
in,
here.
and it's just your average, port town, where, it's full of the locals. It looks like there are quite a few sailors. You did see a few ships docked when you came in, so some of them are probably not locals. But yeah, it's busy. There are a couple of tables available, but because it's fairly large, but yeah.
All right.
Mm.
You guys want drinks?
Fine.
Ileana milk. We
Mm.
could. Oh,
Yes,
if
good.
we got Ileana milk and put some of Gregory's juice in it, it would be fight milk,
Juice, right?
then, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Or
Do we
I
need to
have
fight
these.
these people?
No one's hurt me yet. You want to draw a little bit of blood? You can have some blood milk.
Oh, right.
Oh no, I don't want your blood in it.
Oh.
Oh,
What's wrong
what's
with his
wrong with
blood?
Derek's blood?
I
What's wrong
mean-
with Derek's blood?
No, there's nothing wrong with his blood. It's just usually it's like the people that you're fighting against. You put the blood in the milk.
Oh, like the blood of your enemies?
Yeah, that's it.
And I'm not your
Before
enemy,
the
that's-
fight, you get their blood and you have
No,
some
no,
milk.
after the
preemptive.
fight. You're done fighting them and you get some blood and you put it in the milk. That's
And
that's
like
what it is.
it's like the cooldown. It's like
The cooldown.
that's- Yeah. You don't
I,
do Wait, do you not do cooldown stretches after you fight?
no, I've never heard of such a thing.
Oh,
Oh. Wow.
you just chug milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, just drink some blood milk.
You don't do it.
Oh, I feel like I'd rather have blood of someone I know. Feels.
If I was gonna drink blood, I'd
That's
probably
it.
prefer it being from someone who consented to it,
Hinkable on its
And-
own, but
and-
it's not.
and B was disease free, ideally.
I'd worry.
So yeah, I would qualify.
Yeah.
I mean, if you drink enough milk, it just kind of comes out. If there's any disease, it just kind of comes out of you.
Wait, Ileana, are you
It
also
goes-
lactose intolerant?
It goes
It's
right
a cleansing
through.
drink.
So you drink milk with blood,
Yeah.
And
Sometimes. I mean,
you're-
not regularly, but
well, it just goes right through you. It just
well, I mean, anything you drink eventually comes out, right?
But there's like a digestive. Let's not get into it. Okay, one milk.
I like to imagine that a server's been standing next to us this whole time. Just been like,
We'll order whatever the specials are, whatever the cocktail, the house cocktail is.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the house cocktail. You see a lot of your crew are also filtering in, taking over the other seats, ordering pints and things. And then a few minutes, you see these bright sort of blue into turquoise green drinks come out in these really wavy glasses. and your server puts them down, and he's like, "Be careful, they're quite potent," and then just make sure you have some snacks and things so that you're not going to get drunk without food.
I'll take one of those.
Oh, hey, do you have
Really
any
fun.
bland snacks?
Oh, right.
Unseasoned. Do you have any
Right.
unseasoned, like?
I suppose I could bring you something unseasoned. Yeah.
It tastes like paper.
Yeah, but not paper.
It can taste like anything. We're gonna
A little
freak
bit
out.
of salt on the paper.
Got it. Whatever you need. Sure.
Thanks.
Cool.
And you see him
Thanks.
turn around, and as he walks by one of his fellow servers, you can hear him say, "The squares need a bunch of bland food." And they run off to the kitchen.
Was that derogatory?
It sounded, I mean, it's just a shape, but it certainly sounded like it wasn't good.
Call me
Leanna
fucking
starts-
square?
Ileana starts
Like I'm
drinking
some
the
kind of
drink.
fucking nerd?
Yeah, Gregory is also gonna taste it. How does it taste good?
Yeah.
It tastes fantastic. You do not taste any liquor at all.
Oh, this is
Oh.
not alcohol. This is
Knock it
juice.
down.
And Ileana will just take a big sip.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I'll start cat slipping.
Okay.
Oh,
Perfect.
mhm.
I'm gonna go buy drinks for everybody on our crew.
Great.
Oh, that's kind of you.
That's
Jess.
there.
Oh, Ileana's
Yeah,
going to
that's-
take a couple of drink umbrellas out of her bag
Mm-hmm.
and going to put a couple of drink umbrellas in her drink.
Why do you have those? I haven't. You like drink alcohol once every 6 months. Why do you have decorations?
She wants to make sure blood that's not of her enemies doesn't get in it.
No, there's
Right.
no this
Maybe
is
it's
this is
not
I
milk.
don't think this is even alcohol though. I think it's just juice. I don't taste anything. But no, it makes it nice. I got it at the shop with all the weird stuff by the
Oh, great.
register.
I'm gonna just put some of it on an empty cloth and see how flammable the drink is.
It's amazing.
Yeah, sure. So you put a little bit on a piece of cloth,
And I'll
as-
just do like a little fire. Like I'm not actually gonna cast firebolt. I'll just start it. and then-
Yes, yeah. As soon as you see the heat from your hands come towards it, not even the flame, it just sort of completely combusts.
Ooh. Look at that. And then
Yeah.
Where's our second round of drinks?
Okay, I'll go up to the bar
Mhm.
and I'll say, hey, like, you don't need to tell me the recipe, just how much is in the blue stuff you gave us. Just how much booze.
Oh, yeah. Your server should have warned you. If you haven't drank this before, you should probably be careful.
Okay, so if we were like a functional alcoholic, how many would you say we should drink without worrying about it?
Oh, functional?
High functioning.
Maybe 2,
Two. Okay.
3 at most. Yeah.
We'll do one more round. That's fine.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, absolutely. We'll send it out with the crackers, right? That's your table.
Yes.
Oh, we
thank
were
you.
squares and now we're crackers. This is,
yeah.
HR!
this is good. This bar needs an HR department, am I right?
So yeah, following behind Jules, you see a tray of saltine crackers and another round of drinks come out, and you see the same sort of drinks go out to all of your crew, since you bought your crew some drinks.
I guess I'll order dinner for everyone at the table too, because I don't want anyone to pass out.
Thank you,
Okay,
Jules.
great. So dinner will come out. So if you'll just take out like 3 gold for the night, you'll be good. Yeah.
All right. How are we feeling after a little bit? After our first drink, are we feeling it, or is it?
I actually need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, nice.
Whoa.
Mhm.
Oh, come on. I didn't want to roll. Oh, well.
I rolled very poorly. 13.
13. Okay.
This is 16 for Ileana.
16.
8.
8.
Oh, 25.
25. What about you, Gregory?
17.
17. All right. So You all see Derek and Jules
Mhm.
really start to get into the evening. You know, there's a house band, and they're really like they're feeling themselves. Ileana is a little bit tipsy, so is Gregory, but not quite to the extent of Jules and Derek. And yeah, most of your crew is starting to get pretty tipsy at this point.
Eliana started in her second drink.
To slam another one back. Delicious.
Did they give us bread or anything? Like table bread?
Yeah, so there's the saltine crackers that are the bland things, and then there's a beautiful spread of just a giant roast chicken with like meats and vegetables and bread and all the things.
And Derek pulls out the spice pouch and makes like a spicy curry powder blend and just dumps it like all over the crackers.
Oh man. Jules will just be eating that by like a handful. It's just
He's got a little curry powder on his face.
Nice.
yeah.
Jules.
It's yellow.
It's so good.
Oh, I think you should sing, Jules, with the band.
What? No, I'm not.
Are you sure?
No.
You should
Please.
do it. I
I'm
think
not
you'd be a
showing.
good
That's
singer.
a really good
I
idea.
I'm
feel
not
like I
showing.
once heard you sing,
You're
Around
a
the corner.
fucking liar, Lennox. I've never sang before in
and
my
it
life.
just.
I think you'd be good. I think you'd be a good singer, Jules. You should
There's
go
a
up
reason
there
why I
and
went
try.
to STEM, guys. The arts are kind of not cut out for the arts.
I think you can do it. I think you can. I
I'm
believe
very
in you.
Right
I believe
brain.
in you.
You got? Is that the right one? Right brain. Was that the science one?
No, nope,
I'm
that's
left
left.
brain.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm
And
left
only
brain.
a scientist would know the answer. Some of them couldn't
Here, do you need to keep? Is anyone too hot? I have this hat too, and she'll bring out her safari hat that has
Aren't we all,
propelling
in a
fans
way?
on it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty hot, so I'm just gonna
Here you go.
get almost naked and then put the hat on.
There you go.
That's a fine look.
Thank you.
Yeah, it really works too. I've tried it. It gets a little hot on the boat some nights, so yeah.
And it has built-in fans.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. I'm gonna prestidigitate just little spritzes of water, so it'll get me nice and damp. All right.
It looks good.
Thank you.
Jules is definitely glistening with his little safari hat on.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean,
Yeah, I
if
don't
you
know.
were my type, I'd be.
Hey, it's gotten hotter for the rest of us in here. Oh.
Okay. I'll drink my second drink.
I will also have my second drink.
Same.
Liliana's already started finishing up her second.
Sure. Anyone taking a second drink, I need another Constitution saving throw. If you failed yours last time, I need it at disadvantage, please.
22.
16. No, sorry, 19.
19.
Still an 18.
10.
14.
14. All right. So Derek is barely forming sentences. Jules is still his drunkenness is definitely there. Ileana's still pretty tipsy. Lennox is starting to catch up with all of you and is drunk at this point. Gregory is also fairly tipsy at this point, but holding himself together. Something about his, strong constitution. And your crew is pretty drunk at this point.
I'm gonna go and address the crew and say that we're not gonna embarrass ourselves tonight, but to also have a good time. But then I'm also proud of them.
Okay. In
your
your
underwear.
drunk state, it doesn't come out as stoically as you.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It's just this. Y'all are my bros.
Yeah.
You know what being bros means?
Yeah.
It means you're my bros.
I love you all. Yeah.
For sure.
I think we need more.
But
Gregory's gonna
Should
already
we get
ask
some more?
Derek. I mean, I heard about you wanting to get punched and stuff. feel like I should punch you.
You probably should, man.
All right, Gregory's gonna try and punch.
I'm gonna be like, oh, wait. I'm gonna run over. I'm gonna put the hat on Derek first. Say this out.
Okay. Yeah, I
That'll
like
help.
this. He's like, I'm trying to get my ears in there.
Yeah.
And then Derek braces.
All right, unarmed strike coming in. 30 to hit.
Yeah.
Is this a 1-inch punch? Like,
I got this.
You take 12 magical damage.
Excellent.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Oh, I say.
Oh, that felt great. Should we do some more? Couple more?
Oh.
Whoops. Sorry. I don't know. That kind of hurt.
That looked
All
painful.
right, maybe another
Tarek.
drink first.
I'm gonna put 1 gold on the turtle. It's on the table.
Wait, what?
In the turtle?
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
on the
Yikes.
turtle. The
Oh.
Putting a
turtle
gold on the
beats
turtle?
up Greg. I
Put it
mean,
on my back.
Derek.
What?
I beat Derek.
Yeah.
I already punched
You're
him.
betting. Oh, all right.
Are you?
Oh.
There's no
Oh.
more fighting. You're
Like, where the
done.
fuck's
That's
the
it.
turtle?
That's all you
It,
got.
wa- it wasn't
What?
it wasn't a fight. I was just
But
feel like I
physically
should be
on the
more
turtle.
Yeah, you go.
That's
That's
all
where
you
the
got?
furniture goes, Eliana.
What? What is that, Jules?
No.
Wait, Ileana, should I be fighting him more?
I think
Oh.
we should drink more. I
No,
think we need
stop.
to get another
Oh,
round. Could we get another round here at the
Jules is saying, like,
table?
no,
The
stop.
blue-
He's
As
trying to,
soon
like,
as
push
you,
his way through.
yeah, as soon as you, Ileana says that another tray is already like behind you,
Oh,
and they just
oh,
set it on the
thank you.
table. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And she'll start drinking it.
And Derek says, "Hey, you know what I'm gonna do?
What's that?
I'm gonna scry on Ileana." And I go, and I take the next 10 minutes trying to catch a spell to be able to see what Ileana's doing right now. And you have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
At -5.
Did you have to do it like over a bowl of water or something? Just use it.
I
put it
was
over the
leaving all
drink.
that part out. Yeah.
That is at
Give
a
it over the drink.
-5.
Yeah, because I know you well.
That is a 10.
Okay, so Derek is able to. He's like turned away, but he can see you at the table right behind him. And he's just kind of watching, like, whoa. And he's got his third drink and he's sipping.
That's good.
Oh.
Let me just get rid of my my level 5 spells.
Derek, what are you doing over there? You got your back turned to the group. What you do? Are you peeing in a bowl again?
Is it- No, I'm just watching somebody.
Oh. Should be concerned. Then.
And you hear him going.
Oh, amazing.
Jules is not gonna have his third drink. Jules knows himself.
Mm.
He knows when he's done.
All right. So
Figuring
there's one
out
unfinished.
after
Yeah.
I'm also gonna get waters for everybody.
Oh, nice.
Sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Can you get
And
me
the whole
some
group.
milk, Jules? Can you grab me
I'm
some
not gonna
milk
give you
while you're
milk.
You
You
want
great.
up
First off,
there?
you're lactose intolerant. Second off, you just had 2 drinks.
I just
You
need
got a
some
carton
milk,
of
okay?
You're gonna go
Oh.
blind, Ileana. Gonna-
I just need some milk.
I don't want any accidents. We just got to land.
Right. We don't want
Look,
him to remember us for
we're gonna
that.
Be, we're gonna be in close proximity later. I don't need someone farting while we're all trying to have a cuddle puddle.
That's right. The only kind of
Okay.
puddle we need
All
tonight.
right.
Is
I don't. Okay, cool. We'll take that.
All right, if you want milk, I'll get you milk.
Thank you.
Oh my god. I'm gonna water down her milk.
Oh,
When I give it
gross.
to her.
Sure.
It's 1%.
Oh.
Yeah.
Derek, I've been meaning to ask you, friend. I know you've been through so much over the months. How are you doing lately? You feeling back to, original Derek? Or how's that coming along?
Derek keeps facing away from you, and there's kind of a delay, and then he sort of yells back. He's like, "I feel okay,"
All right.
and then he giggles.
What time is it right now? Is it like 6 or something?
It is. It's about 8 o'clock. Yeah.
8 o'clock. Oh, it's pretty early. All right, I'll go stumble around, look for some shops.
Okay.
Guys, I'm going shopping. I'm just gonna leave.
Awesome.
Okay.
Still just wearing the hat.
Yeah. Well, the hat. Well, I have my underwear on. I have my underwear, socks, and shoes on.
Awesome.
But and I'll put on a tank top.
Make an investigation check at disadvantage, please.
All right. I can do this. I'm gonna really focus. I'm gonna look. I'm just gonna walk up to a sign and just really study it, like a map of the town. At disadvantage. 20.
So it takes you a while as you go and you study each of the fronts of the shops. All of them are closed at this hour, but you find a textile shop. You see several shops that are clearly meant for ship supplies, shipbuilding, shipwright things, that kind of thing. There looks like there's one trader in town that does adventuring supplies, and they'll trade you magical items and things like that. Obviously closed. A baker, a few things like that. But
okay. I'll just make a mental list of where I can go tomorrow since everything is closed.
Yeah.
Since I guess this is Alameda and everything closes at 8.
Wow. What a deep cut for anyone living in the Bay Area.
All right. Now I'll try and wander my way back
Okay.
to the rest of the group.
Okay.
And about that time, Derek starts moping and comes back to the table because his 10 minutes of spell ran out. And he can't cast it again for 24 hours.
Are you okay, Derek? Everything fine?
That was just a really good time.
You're still having a good time. We're still here. Still having some drinks. Still
I don't
talking.
remember why we're here now.
We're
Why
just,
are we here?
Here to do some shit. That's what we're here to do.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And he downs the rest of his drink.
Yeah. There you go. That's the spirit.
All right, Jules will stumble in, but guys, this place everything's closed. This is.
Oh, what? That's so early.
Yeah. It's so early.
Keep drinking? Is that what?
What? What? What, Ileana?
What? Milk. That's Dick's big swig of milk.
Milk is what?
Nothing.
Fish sticks? What'd you say?
Do we have fish sticks?
Leonard, can you translate? What is Ileana saying?
I'm not sure. Something about sticks or dicks and
Milk?
Oh, sticks. Dicks on sticks.
Oh no!
Maybe.
Please.
I'm out.
I don't.
Jules is gonna get up and just leave the bar again.
Gregory, do you travel through towns like this fairly often? Or port cities and such?
No. I usually eat in the water, sleep in the water.
Right.
My master goes in and he gets stuff and he brings it back. But this is all pretty new for me. But it seems fun. I'm liking it. I like this drink.
Good. It's strong. Would you want mine? I can't drink the third one here. You're up to it if you wish.
Oh, I'm still thirsty. Yeah, sure.
All right, I'll slide it over to you.
All right, I guess I'm having another drink.
All right.
What are we doing?
I think just taking a quick rest before snuggling up at our sleepover.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I haven't fixed me.
Is it a problem if we're drunk for that?
Well, we'll be in the spa, and I think there's plenty of.
Oh, are there rules against that in spas?
Usually, we're gonna break them tonight.
Oh,
Yeah,
Right.
we will.
Okay. So all of you are in the bar or in the tavern partying, and you see Jules, who found one of the shop owners on their way to one of the other bars in town. Dingoes kind of headed him off and had a chat with him and convinced him to help him out. So you see Jules come back through the door.
All right, Jules is coming back with just these boxes stacked on top of each other. He's like gonna stumble over,
What?
throw it down. This is pizza, Ileana.
Oh,
Oh, the bread thing that you were talking about with the meats
Just
and the
eat it. Just eat it.
cheeses.
Yes, just eat it.
And
It's gonna blow
That's
your
not
fucking
the
mind.
first time I've been told this week.
Oh.
Yeah,
What?
pizza.
Ileana, God damn it. I give you one
Gregory's
glass
gonna-
of milk, and this is
Smell the pizza, and his eyes are just gonna get.
it's
huge.
like Gregory. Have you had
nice.
pizza before?
I don't even know what that is.
I
Why
haven't
did
you
had it
try
this
either,
stuff?
Bread or
Gregory.
not? We
we're
kind
in
of.
for a treat.
yeah.
Give it a try.
I got
Do I eat it? Do I eat it like? Do I
put it.
roll it up?
Just put it in your
or-
mouth and then chew.
It's like
It's
any other
already the
food. You
perfect
just
shape
take a
for
bite
eating.
and chew it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. She'll eat a bite of the pizza.
Get a fork, cut a piece off.
Um, it's okay.
It's
It's
great.
all right.
It's fucking amazing, and you know it.
Yeah. It's okay. I'm not sure. Maybe a little bit less cheese and more meat on it. Maybe.
Ileana, that is the most offensive thing you've ever said in your
There's just
entire
a lot
life.
of cheese here. There's a lot of cheese.
I can
Maybe
handle the casual racism, but I
the
can't handle.
casual racism.
Yeah,
When have I ever been racist?
you're always
to
like,
you?
"Shut up, orc," or "Fetch me
What?
a drink, elf," or something like that.
When have I ever said that?
All the
Jules?
time.
Oh,
I don't
That
think
sounded
so.
a lot like
Leave it
you.
alone.
I've only known you for like a day. It sounded like.
I don't think so. It doesn't sound like me at all.
Not all the time, but before. No, just eat the pizza. It's good. Just eat the pizza.
Look,
I got like 4 extra
I've gotten
larges.
better. I'm not as racist as I used to be.
That's absolutely true.
So,
I believe that.
You know, I mean, if you knew me a few years ago, you would have been like, "Oh," but do you have pizza with more meat?
Sure. We'll
Okay.
say I got like a meat lovers pizza. A meat lovers just
Wonderful.
for you, Ilya.
Ileana will take like 3 slices of it
All right.
and like put them on top of each other and roll them up.
What?
Oh God.
She was doing it like this. Like,
Blue vomit starts dribbling down my chin.
oh no! Oh,
I'll try and dab it. Just try and-
I'm gonna grab a slice of pizza like a napkin.
Yeah.
oh.
right.
Gregory will have some pizza, and he's gonna go. Wow, this is amazing. It makes me want to. And he's gonna like do some karate moves, and just, like, kick the table. I don't know why.
I'm just gonna give him a whole pizza. Like, this is yours, man. This is-
Wow. Oh, this is great.
Right. So yeah, that's
Alright.
pizza, Ileana, and you're welcome.
Has Maeve had pizza, Leonard? Does she know? Does she
Why do
know
you-
about pizza?
I would imagine
This is
so. She
exactly
knows
what we
Yeah,
were
what
talking
does Maeve
about.
have to do with anything?
Should we take
What
from
is-
pizza to Maeve?
What?
Well, we're being a dream.
Why-
I don't think that we
why
can bring
Maeve?
it to her per
Out
se.
of everyone in the world that you want to try this, why do you think of Maeve?
Because I
Not
think
even
that
in this
she'd.
world.
I think that she'd either like it or be like, ugh, no. Ugh,
Is
no.
there someone that's not true of that's the two responses they're likely to have?
Well, I mean, I'm not,
What about Sebastian? How come we don't care if Sebastian has tried pizza? and jumped
Sebastian,
straight to-
where's Sebastian? Sebastian might not even be alive right now.
Oh,
Whoa!
don't you
Whoa!
dare
Wait!
say that.
Derek drops to his knees. It's like, what? Is that true? Is that really
No.
possible?
No, he's okay, big fella. He's okay.
We've been through so much.
Oh, right.
I mean, it's a possibility. I mean, we don't know where he's at. He's
He's in
not
our house.
here.
He's literally watching. He's not watching our house.
No, he was
back with
taken
his
by
mom,
his
but-
mother.
Oh, I thought we told him to stay in the house.
Derek's
Oh.
gonna use his new sending ability as soon as he can tomorrow. Just like, hey, buddy. I hope you're all right.
You good?
Just thinking
You're
about
not
you.
dead. Ileana said you might be dead.
Oh my god.
Tell your mom I said hi.
That was the one that Jules said hi.
It's amazing.
Oh.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get sleepy after the pizza, and then I'll head back to the boat.
Okay. Can I get one last Constitution saving throw from everyone who did drink their third?
I did. Do I still have to disadvantage it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everyone's
Um,
been drinking now.
That's a 13 for Ileana.
Are we all doing it with disadvantage or just?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're fine. You can do it at regular.
13 also for Derek.
13. Okay.
17.
17. Okay. Lennox.
I didn't have it.
He
I gave
didn't
it
Oh,
to
you
drink
didn't
Derek.
have the
third
third one?
drink.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So Derek, I mean, he's like, stumbling around even for a cat. Ileana is absolutely wasted, and Gregory's
leaning.
absolutely still feeling it. Yeah.
Leaning against Lennox's shoulder and just like
Oh,
half
yeah.
out.
There. I'm just gonna move your head, tip it the other way a little bit. There. There.
So you make your way back to the small boats. Carefully and slowly, you row yourselves back to your ship.
You guys don't need the little boat. You can just, I'll give you a ride.
Oh,
Oh,
thank you,
yeah!
Gregory. All right.
Yeah, hop on.
I mean, we can't
Derek
leave
like
the boat,
sprawls
though.
out. Oh.
Can't leave. I'll get in the boat. I'll row myself.
I'll fold out the chair.
Oh.
Oh.
It's like 6 inches wide. Hop on.
We gotta get you another chair, man. That's not.
Great. That's.
Nobody's fitting in that, man.
You see Derek perched on the back of Gregory's shell as the rest of you make your way to the ship.
All right.
We're gonna
Let's
get
try
there
and get
way
some
before-
rest. Oh wait, no, we have to have a sleepover. God.
Snuggle
Okay.
We have our
time.
sleepover. We're
Oh,
going
I've
to the
never-
dream place.
Not wanted a sleepover so bad.
Oh.
God,
no.
now we're gonna hear about Maeve some more.
Do we have some
Oh,
pizza that I can
God.
try to take in the dream with
Huh.
me? Just so she can try it.
Are you
you
gonna
have
just
any
hold
left
on
over?
to it?
Yeah, I'm
tuck
just
it in
gonna
your
just hold on
jams?
to it.
Right.
What?
Are you gonna just tuck it in your jams, or?
I'm going to hug it, Lennox. I'm going to hug the box.
The pizza?
Yeah.
All right.
I would be surprised like, if Maeve's
You
as
gotta know how
worldly
dreams
as you
work.
guys say. I'm surprised if she wouldn't have had
I'm
pizza.
pretty sure
I mean, I'm
she's had
sure.
it before.
I'm
She's
sure
got-
she's had it, but I just want to make sure.
Right.
So give me a box of pizza so I can hold on to it, please.
Sure, yeah. They're there on the
Thank
table.
Thank you.
Don't squish it.
I'm not crushing it.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. So how are you doing this? Are all 5 of you just like getting in a pile together? What are we doing?
Head
Yeah,
to foot,
you know,
to
I'll be on
head
the
to
bottom.
foot to
I don't
head. Yeah.
I would really prefer to be on the bottom.
Are we doing the spa?
That's
Are
the
we-
problem, isn't it? Yeah. Everybody
Are we
wants to
opening-
be on the bottom.
Are we opening the spa?
Yeah, let's open
Great.
this
If
Great
so,
for
could you get
spa.
it out of my bag? And I need to hold on to the pizza.
one. No one's gonna take the pizza, Liana. We all
I
have
just
plenty of
need to
pizza.
hold on to it. I just need to
No one's
get it
gonna
out of
take
my
the
bag.
pizza.
It's fine. I'm pushing my hip out for someone to get it out.
Right. I'll take it out, set it up.
Thank you.
All right.
Alright.
So on the deck of your ship, not too far from the 6-foot hole that is on your ship, you've got yourself a beautiful spa that all of you can get into because it's magical. Gregory can fit into it. It will adjust its size.
Wonderful.
You make your way in, and Gregory, what you see is this like beautiful spa space. There's like a hot springs, like sort of waiting pool. There's tables of food. There's some like lounge areas, places for massages. It's truly a portable spa.
Wow.
Delightful.
Is there a bathroom in there?
Sure.
Okay.
Anywhere-
Okay.
Anywhere's a bathroom if you try hard enough, Derek.
Well, I don't think this stuff is working well with my stomach.
Pizza?
Oh, are you?
I overdrank.
Oh, yeah. Have some more pizza.
Oh, that's a great
I
idea.
just soak it all
Hey,
up.
Ileana, can I have that pizza?
No, I will need to save some pieces for Maeve.
Give Derek a slice
Oh.
of pizza, Liana.
Yeah, and I'll give him out. Okay, here's a slice.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Nosh is the nice, greasy goodness.
Mhm.
And then he turns to Jules and he's like, "Hey, Jules,
Hey, what's up?
do you remember those crepes we had that we delivered?"
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Why don't you just tell me about them?
I was just wondering if Maeve would like them. You think she's ever had crepes?
That's a pretty good one.
Lydic, has Maeve ever had crepes before? Do you know?
Maeve is very worldly. I'm quite positive that she's had crepes.
Because we can get some crepes in town probably if we really wanted to.
No, I don't think.
We
need it.
immediately get on boats and go back.
My God.
I mean, they might have them somewhere. Maybe they have like a service that we can like call out over the water, and people can roll a boat over here and bring us food instead of us having to go over there.
That would be
You know,
nice.
Like what we did.
like a super boat.
Isn't that a boat that like saves people that are in trouble?
No, this is only for food.
Oh.
And drinks, and sometimes medicine.
Oh,
What about condoms?
right.
That's
Sometimes you just really need those, right? It's
Yeah.
make or
Yeah,
break.
but they only have a limited selection. So if you need a special one, they don't have it.
Oh,
Only
that's a
like
shame.
3 kinds to choose from.
Oh no,
Yeah,
that's no good.
yeah.
Do you want to bring some condoms as well, just for Maeve?
Oh my God.
Does she need it?
I'm sure she doesn't. She's
Okay.
Hey,
so she
alright.
manages
Hey,
what she
Derek.
needs
In
herself
fact-
just
Hey, Derek.
I
fine.
think Maeve
If
has
she
ever
needed
tried
them, I mean,
condoms.
I
Derek.
definitely there's some
What, do you think
extras.
Maeve would like that lawn chair that's on Gregory's back?
I don't know.
I don't know, man. You
She
think she's
might.
ever seen a lawn chair before?
Here's the thing about Maeve. You could show her a lawn chair and she might say, "Oh yeah, I like that," or she might say, "Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what's so unique
I mean,
about
she
Maeve."
really could. She really could.
Yeah.
That's totally me. I don't. Yeah.
All right, all right.
Just wanna hold on to this pizza, though.
I'm just gonna settle in somewhere along, wherever there's room. People can snuggle up with me. I'm gonna lay down.
Sure. Yeah. You go over to like the back half where there's a bunch of lounges and pillows and things. Yeah.
I
Yeah, I was
forgot.
gonna lay it down with the pizza.
Does the spa have like invisible servants that like
Yep.
massage you?
Yeah.
And
They have
stuff. Oh,
unseen
yeah,
servants. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just lay down on a massage table and just
That's a great
like
idea.
a hot bath or something.
Yeah, absolutely. There's this beautiful hot springs right in the middle.
I'm gonna go in it, like immediately get too hot and just like start passing out.
I'll take the hat off of Derek and I'll put it on to Gregory.
Like, in the morning, like, oh, Gregory's delicious, but he's gone.
Turtle soup. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
All right.
And I was like, hey, you think Maeve's ever had turtle before?
Excellent question, Derek. Oh my God. All right, I'm going to bed.
Nice.
When you start contemplating eating your dead companion in the morning, you know it's time to call it a night.
Awesome.
All right. So you all enjoy the amenities of the spa, and one by one, you make your way over to the lounge area in the evening so you can rest
I'm still
together.
passed out.
You're still passed out. Okay. Do you guys like reach out and touch Gregory so he can be part of the dream?
Is he
or
like
you just-
actually?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. No, I'll like from the table. I'll try and like reach, touch him.
Okay.
I'll sit down and put a foot against Gregory and like reach up to hold Jules' hand at the
Yeah.
on the edge of the
All right.
table. I'll just sit there.
Yeah. You guys make a little chain. Okay. So
And I'll just link arms as she's holding the pizza.
okay, great. And I assume Derek's in there somewhere. Okay. So you all eventually find sleep because you had planned on being joined in your dreams. You don't have to make any saving throws or anything. And not long after you fall asleep, you see. How many of you have been in a dream with Maeve, Riel? Obviously, Gregory hasn't. The other. I don't know if the other two have.
I don't know if I have.
Yeah, I don't think the other two have. So
Yeah.
you find yourselves in this really beautiful space. The Derek and Jules, you recognize it as part of the Feywild. It's Technicolor and iridescent and luminescent, and there's this beautiful stream with a waterfall, and you're sitting on this like sort of tuft of like the softest grass you've ever been on, and there's just like piles of like cakes and like tea and drinks and things, and you see Maeve Riel in her autumn form, and it looks just a beautiful gown just waiting for you as you all sort of arrive in the space of her home in the Feywild. And we will get back to the dream after our break. So it's halfway through. So we're going to take a quick 10-minute break, stretch our legs, get a drink, and we will be back to find out if maybe else had pizza and grapes and turtle.
You think Mavriel's gone to break before?
Has Miro used the bathroom
No, that's not what they do. All right, we'll see you guys in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So we're back, and we just entered the dream state of the Feywild, and the 5 of you are all standing in a semicircle around this space that Maeve has created. And you see Mavriel sort of approach the group and say, "Oh, it's wonderful to see you. Oh, Elzaris, did someone curse you? Why are you a turtle now?"
That's
Me?
It's not.
Elzaris is so
No,
last year.
Oh, oh, you're not. I'm so sorry, dear.
Oh, I'm Gregory. Hi.
Gregory, nice to meet you. I'm Mavriel. Oh, no Elzaris. No one could have seen that coming.
Yeah.
What can I do? Obviously, you need help, guidance, transportation. What is it?
Well, we're looking to get, there's an Arcana Loth that's after us, and we're looking to get
Right.
to the Nine Hills, and we were hoping that perhaps you could help us get there, and maybe, I don't know if there's a particular part of the Nine Hills where Arcana Loth live, or someone in the Nine Hills that would help us find where they are, but keeps popping up at the worst times, we'd like to put a permanent end to it. If you can help.
All right. I can certainly get you to the Nine Hells. Having an idea of where you want to go would be helpful. But I can certainly get you there. I have to travel from my current location to the Feywild and then back to you. That's the only way I can get to you. So I could be there quickly. I could be there in a month. It just sort of depends on how time works.
Oh, I see.
Right. And I'd be happy to be there with you. I mean, I'm not going to do your dirty work. I have things to deal with, but I'll happily bring you back when you're ready.
Oh, that'd be lovely. I guess we have to figure out where to find our Arcana in the Nine Hills, or there must be like investigators there. I just don't know. Are you familiar with it at all yourself, Dave? Or...
Oh, well, I did have a friend. His name is Agamemnon. He told me a little bit about it, and I guess it's very structured there. So, Arcana Loths aren't very high up on the totem pole, if I'm correct. So find out where they are. I don't know. I don't really deal with them. But if you find out the layer of hell that they're in, I'm sure we can find the city fairly easily.
All right. I don't know what you all think. Is that something that we should prepare? I know we're on a time limit with it. If the Arcana Loth comes back after however long, we might not have a lot of time to get there and putting into it there in the Nine Hills. Should we go there and then find out?
I mean, once we're there, Derek would be able to scry on them, right? Because it'd be on the same plane.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
that's a good point.
Any of you teleport, because once I've shifted us to that plane, I'll be pretty much expended for the day. I mean, I'll be able to give you the mansion, of course, but...
I don't, anyone?
No.
Gregory, I don't
No.
suppose you teleport people round about, do you?
Well, just slowly by walking.
Of course.
Is
Mhm.
is that can we get a spell scroll for teleportation or
Oh,
Yes.
something?
Yeah, of course. That would absolutely work if you don't have the abilities yourselves. That would absolutely work.
Okay.
I'm just thinking that, from what I've heard, you don't want to spend too much time in the hills.
right.
No, I wouldn't
It's
think
hot
so.
and uncomfortable.
Sure.
Might need to get more of those hats.
Right. Should we get 2 scrolls to teleport then, like, when we're done with our business? Or will we just, should we get one for planar shift to make it easy so you don't have to wait if we take care of business quickly?
Oh, are you able to cast planar shift?
Oh, no, I guess you wouldn't be with us, right, for that part. I don't think I can. I think it's too strong for me.
Horizon.
I mean, you could take the chance if you wanted. I can get you there and then leave you if that's what you want. It's up to you.
I'd
I'd say if you don't take more than a couple of days, I can stay. Otherwise, I
Oh.
might need to come back. We're in the middle of taking over an entire continent.
That's incredible.
What continent?
Oh, Busserell, there was an
Oh.
awful plague that took over the whole thing. We stopped it. You're welcome.
Thank you.
And we're rebuilding it.
Beautiful.
Well, you said. You s- Okay.
I'm sure it'll be all the better.
Of course it will. It's me.
Sure, it'll be great.
But have you had pizza?
Yes, our pizza. So I'll preface. I'm a little tipsy, but I was wondering. I brought back some pizza for you. Have you ever had pizza before, Maeve? It's
Oh.
pretty good.
I've had it, but
Oh.
Pizza from all different places is different, right? So
You should try this one. I brought you a couple of different varieties, but the meat one is super good. The more meat, the better.
and you see in front of you materialize your best memory of what pizza was like in the Obsidian Isles. So, thank you, darling. I appreciate it.
Yes, you're welcome.
She'll eat some of your pizza.
It's good.
Interesting. Yes,
Yeah.
it's good.
It's the first pizza I've had.
Oh, not a bad one for your first, I suppose.
No, not at all.
Okay. So we need to get scrolls to teleport.
We'd make it easier. I mean, I can do it. I would just have to rest before we do it.
Should we get two? One to teleport wherever we figure out the Arcana is, and another to go elsewhere, or?
I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea. But if the Arcanoloth is in a city, I'm going to do some shopping while you guys do your thing.
All right.
Nice.
Well, thanks for taking out the time, especially with everything it sounds like you have going on.
Yeah.
Oh,
to help
sure.
us.
I mean, I have people to do the dirty work, so.
Of course.
Sure.
Right.
You have people, I'm pretty sure that's what they've been telling me.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Gregory. What was that?
You're not supposed to have people anymore.
Oh, no. You seem concerned about it. No. These people are willingly helping me.
Well, I was willingly, and it's still wrong, I guess.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. Gregory
Oh.
had a master recently.
It's
that-
a bit of trauma.
Oh
with
no,
Gregory.
Great.
Gregory, I'm so sorry. I mean, I could help with the trauma, but no, I assure you, these people are really enjoying themselves.
Okay. I'm gonna
Cool.
keep my eyes on you, I guess.
You do that. All right.
Hey.
So should we see if they have a teleport scroll at the place we're going, or at the city we're in, and then
Right. I've got sending stones. I can reach out back to Maeve if we find it, and then go from there.
sure.
And we'll have to see, of course, what it looks like for Maeve to arrive, since I think you were saying, Maeve, that it could vary based on your
It
travel.
could. How long has this Arcanoloth been dead?
A
Day.
day.
5 days?
Oh yeah, because we traveled a bit.
Oh yeah.
Was it?
It was
So, yeah.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
About 4 days, if I recall.
Well, if you want to go before he reincarnates or whatever it is, I suppose I should come now. Heavens knows how long it'll take. And I can send you a message as soon as I'm in the Isles.
All right.
Where are you right now?
We just
San Bartos.
Hadn't
Not-
heard of it, but you have your ship with you, right?
Yep.
There's
Fine.
no reason you should have heard of
Fine.
it.
I should be able to find you then.
Oh, there's like an extra dimensional shite hole in the deck, so be careful when you arrive. It's,
Ooh.
Don't fall in.
What have you been up to? My goodness.
Exciting.
Quite a bit, yeah. Oh.
Alright. Well, all right. So you just need me to show up, bring you to the Nine Hells, and bring you home when you're done with your little field trip.
Please.
Yeah, if you're available, that would be great.
Sure. Why not?
Is there anything we need to get
Very-
you to
Right, what can we do for you,
be
mate?
able to do this?
I'm sure we can come to some arrangement.
Well, I just meant like spell components or.
Hmm. I'll think about it.
Okay.
See if there's anything you can find me when you're, snooping around that Arcana Lost place.
Oh,
Sure.
right.
Done.
Okay.
Sure.
Fantastic. Well, feel free to enjoy your dream space as long as you want. You have it for 8 hours. And if you want something else, I can change the scenery.
Another one? I mean, this is always quite. I've always found this quite lovely, but
What? Wait.
I can change
Does it
this.
work?
Oh, well, Gregory, tell me the place that you'd be the happiest.
The place that I'd be the happiest.
Yes.
Well, I'd be happiest if I was the place.
Oh, I see, dear. Just one moment. And you see sort of the landscape sort of shift and the stream widens into this, expansive ocean off to one side. And it's sort of glistening and purple and pink and blue. And Mavriel just sort of like waves her hand and says, go ahead and get in, dear, and see how you like it.
Climb into the water.
And you feel yourself sort of grow to a large island size as you sort of float there. And like little palm trees sort of sprout up. You see like little wildlife running across your back.
Guys, you see me? Can you see?
Gregory.
That is incredible.
Absolutely. I'm awestruck.
Well, all right. Enjoy the space, enjoy the food. If you need anything else, just think about it. And it's yours.
Oh.
I need to get moving though, if I'm going to go to the Feywild and come find you. Of
Of course. Thank you, Maeve. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
course.
Thank you.
Anything for friends. All right. And you see her sort of just fade out of the space, and you are now in your dream space for 8 hours together.
Okay.
And then, okay, so Gregory, when she said anything for friends, that's like a figure of speech. Okay, that's not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a little tricky, but
Mhm.
okay.
So she's a good person.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
She's fine.
She's very
She's
true to
good.
herself.
Sure.
She never lies.
That's
Yeah, this
fair.
is pretty awesome. So I'm willing to give her the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. I mean, not that I don't think she's bad, and I'm not saying I dislike her, but I don't know if she's a good person.
I wouldn't put her in.
Here's a good.
Right.
Because, she said she's taking over a continent, so that's a.
That just sounds like normal good person stuff.
You don't think Maeve would be a good ruler?
That's not what I said.
Oh.
I think Maeve would be a fine leader. I'm sure she has great leadership qualities, but just
Definitely.
because you're good at something doesn't mean you have to do it, especially when there's other people involved.
But someone has to lead, right?
Yeah, it sounds like they might have one, and she's, quote, taking it over.
Maybe they're a bad one. Maybe.
Maybe.
I
Or
think
maybe they're
Maeve's
just
fine.
Yeah, I'm just saying. She didn't say rescuing or liberating. The taking over. So
Jack, do you want to play hide and seek on Gregory's back?
I never considered the possibility. I starts to look around for places he could possibly hide.
There's so many
Try to
trees
watch
and land and
Mhm.
There's gonna be so much furniture on there now too. I'm just imagining it.
landfill.
Yeah, it's just
Absolutely. As you
All
sort
kinds
of,
of bunk beds.
yeah.
12 bunks high.
Who's hiding? Who's seeking?
I'll hide first if you want. Just give me a count of 20.
And okay. And so I will turn around and cover my eyes, and I'll begin to count.
I'll hustle if I may.
I'll say
Best hiding spot.
1 harassa, 2 harassa, 3.
That's amazing.
And eventually I'll count to 20. So if I turn around, what do I see? But just there's no Linux there.
Oh, I definitely ran and hid as best I could.
Was someone else still standing nearby? Like, which way did he go?
He went that way, and she's
And-
pointing in a different direction than the way that he went.
And Derek will dutifully start running in the direction she pointed, looking behind random pieces of beach furniture and trees.
So many palm trees there now.
Nice. I'll roll a stealth. Let me see what I get. Dirty 20.
Yeah. Derek's just he'll go straight on till morning.
I was wondering
Scouring
if you get
that
bored
direction.
after like 5-10 minutes and be like, "Oh, your coffee."
And I hear a faint echo. It's like, what?
All right, well, Jules is just gonna like jump up in the air and just imagine a bed and fall into it and go to sleep.
Absolutely. You fall into like the most luxurious bed you've ever been
With a reasonable amount of pillows.
No.
With only 2 pillows.
Sorry, that doesn't happen. 2 pillows. Alright. Great. So all of you get a very relaxing long rest. Even if you stayed up all night in the dream, your bodies are sleeping right now, and you find yourselves in the tent. You wake in the morning. You're all sort of sprawled out from each other. Yeah.
I'm gonna get Gregory out of the suit, out of the broth he's in.
So tender.
The hot tub is probably pretty nicely flavored at this point.
Oh, no.
The turtle bisque.
We need some of Ileana's milk for that.
Oh, I drank it all. I don't have any more.
How are you guys feeling?
Really well rested?
Great.
Better than I
Honestly.
thought I would.
Yeah.
Hot.
Well, that's every day.
Put the hat back on, Gregory.
We know
Alright.
you're hot. You're a
Can you
sentient
spritz me,
being in this
please?
world.
I'll climb his back and press the tape down into the fan.
Nice.
There you go. That works. That's work. Yep. It's great.
All right.
So are we going into town to get the scrolls? Yeah.
Yeah. Was there a shop that I thought would have maybe had teleportation, like spell scrolls?
Yeah, there was one shop that looked like it had like general adventuring supplies, and you could tell that they had like just from like peering in, you could see that they had like some magic items. It was probably one of those shops where adventurers come in and sell the items they have and buy the items they've got. So it's like going to be a mishmash of stuff.
All right, yeah. I'll tell everyone we're going there, and then get dressed, head on over.
Okay. So you find your way into this shop, and it looks like it's sort of like haphazardly merchandised. Things are like have like just little quick scrawls of descriptions on them, but everything's like in glass cases and like shoved up onto shelves and things. And you can peruse through. Can you guys make an investigation check for me?
Sure.
And are you looking for anything besides the teleportation scroll?
Upon noticing that it's all just kind of thrown together, I would like to look for anything that looks severely underpriced
Okay.
or mislabeled.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Investigation check for me then.
Lennox, help me out. Or
I
actually,
will
I'll help you up.
absolutely give you. Oh, okay.
I'll help you out.
Are there any chairs in the building?
Yeah, there's it looks like there's actually like this weird like stack of chairs up in one corner. Like it's frighteningly high. They of all different styles. People have like pawned off their chairs to this place.
Yeah, definitely gonna ask if all the chairs are for sale.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Got it. What's your investigation check?
21.
Uh,
Oh, sorry.
21.
Let me get 26. I'll help him out.
26.
Mine's a 4.
And yours is a 4. Got it. All right. All right. Are the other two looking for anything in particular?
No.
No. All right. Anything for you, Derek?
No.
I'm gonna tell Derek, hey man, Derek, let's find it. Let's see if they have like a mace for you or like a shield or something.
No, I'm good, man. I got.
What?
I haven't gotten to use my mace's special ability yet. So
What's the special ability?
if I hit just right, it does that slightly better. It's pretty great.
Wait, if you hit just right, it does what slightly better?
The you know how like if you really just land a really good hit
Yeah,
and it really fucks them up.
yeah,
Yeah, it fucks them up just a smidge more.
just a little bit more.
Like barely noticeably more. It's awesome.
Barely noticeably more.
Sounds overpowered.
You don't want to get something that might do even more than that?
Man, I feel like I'm doing pretty well.
Okay, I'll also look for stuff that I think Derek might want.
I'll jump in and help you with that, Jules.
Yeah.
Like, right. No, that's.
God damn it.
Okay. So you do see, let's see here. They do have one teleport scroll. I'm trying to find I'll get the cost in just a minute for you. Some of the other things that you see that are underpriced, they have like a pile of scrolls, and you can see that most of their scrolls are actually underpriced. They have a scroll of catapult that looks like it would do it at like the 5th level for 120 gold.
Okay.
Same thing for a scroll of disguise self for 120 gold. Let's see here. And what's the other scroll that they had? They had a scroll of fog cloud. Let's see. At 7th level for 120 gold.
Yeah, I'll buy all 3 of those.
Okay, great. So you can put all 3 of those.
360 gold.
360.
That would be 36 platinum, correct?
Yes, 36 platinum. They also have the Dust of Disappearance for 300, which is like a pretty good deal. And some mithril plate for 2,300. Those are like the best deals in the store right now.
So sorry, really quick. The catapult and the disguise self for 5th level?
The catapult and disguise self were 5th level, and the
Okay.
fog cloud was 7th level.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just adding them to my.
Yep.
Want to make sure I write them down.
I did have something I want to look for when the time comes.
And then in terms of weapons, let's see here. They have a lot of weapons of warning. Let's see here. I know I saw something here. They have a wand of the war mage. They have a scroll of Zone of Truth for 240. They have a hand crossbow of warning that's way overpriced. They have a bunch of healing potions, like a +1 dagger, an overpriced morning star.
What's the morning star?
The morning star is a morning star of warning, and it's priced at, God, why would they do that? At 60,000 gold pieces.
60,000 gold pieces? All right, never mind. I was gonna bring that to Derek.
It's a house.
But a Jules had mithril plate. Is that something Derek could use? That was underpriced, I think.
I don't think. I don't know, because okay, I see Derek walking around in his like what is he in, splint or something? What's Derek wearing, Steven?
Sorry, chain.
Chain.
Did he put his chain back on? Because he was in leather for
Yeah.
quite a
Oh,
while.
shit.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Remember? He
wouldn't
wants
need it.
to wear the flesh
Yep.
of another
I did.
creature.
I thought
Yeah. Leather.
I
Leather.
It's called leather.
Leather.
I thought I was convinced that was a bad idea.
Mhm. That's fine. If you put chain back on, that's absolutely fine. I just want to make sure.
I will sneeze though.
Okay, great.
Okay.
In private.
Okay. So we see him walking around in
Listen to these
chainmail, right?
Yes,
I'm
you
gonna
see him
see-
walking around in
right,
chain.
the thing is, like, he can't. The armor he's wearing now is heavy,
Right.
and he can't hide for shit. You can hear him from. I don't think he actually knows how to wear that stuff right.
Right.
I think he's wearing stuff that he shouldn't be wearing.
It does look like there's a few extra pieces that don't belong.
Yeah, it's just. I think we need to find him something a little lighter. I would say probably like medium armor, not heavy, because he is barely slugging around.
So it's mithril scale mail, and you would know from like in general that mithril armor removes any disadvantage on stealth checks.
Oh, well, I was just gonna say that I know that Derek shouldn't be wearing armor that heavy.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
just based on how he looks in it. As
I see. Yeah.
yeah,
Because mithril armor, if it normally it takes away any disadvantage in stealth, and it takes away any strength requirement because it's so light. It can be worn under clothes.
How much was
Oh, it can be
that?
medium or heavy.
Mhm.
Okay.
There
Is
you
this
go.
particular one medium or heavy in the shop?
It happens to be medium. It's scale
Oh,
mail.
Okay.
oh, that's perfect then. Yeah,
Oh, well, all
No.
right then.
Derek, come here.
I come over.
How fucking cool is this armor right here?
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that looked really great on you.
No, it looked great on you, Derek.
Whoa, no, that's too intricate, man. Like,
No, man, it's not. No, you put a little
Oh.
tabard over it or something.
I
Wait.
start to like look in my pockets. It's like how much is it?
How much gold do you have?
Like I start to jingle. I'm like, I don't like 1,000.
Jeez. Is this the
Derek.
same armor, Jules, that does?
Derek, where the fuck did all your golden items? Did you give them all to Elzaris
I
Like-
never.
before she left? Like, what did you?
No, I never collected our. Since we got that treasure, I didn't think that any was distributed to me.
Yes, it was.
Oh well, I never added it to my inventory.
Oh my
There's
gosh.
just
Not
a
my
chest-
fault.
There's
Not
just
my
a chest
fault.
in Derek's room just full of money.
Yeah, I don't have it with me.
He's made it a nightstand or something.
Oh my god, I have to go back and figure out how much fucking gold I got.
Is this
Oh,
that same
my
armor
God.
that those deep gnome women were talking about
Wait,
at the
what?
tavern? No, I'm sorry, Derek. I'm just trying to remember something. Jules, is this,
Derek's keenly listening.
Dude,
this is that armor, right? There was a couple of deep gnome women at the bar that were talking about men in uniform and such, and how they saw this one, right? No, that must be a different one.
They said it's hot as shit, I think was the word they
You
used.
see Derek
Right.
frantically looking through his gold. And he's like, 1, 2, 3. And he's like counting all the way up to 1,000.
You probably don't have enough. Well, I suppose we could help you out, right? Party funds and such to.
Yeah, we could totally do that.
I think there's some stuff in a chest in my room. I've never bothered to look at it.
Oh, do you feel prepared though, Derek, to like hold off women? Like, those deep gnome women were very
You're just gonna
serious
start
about
grabbing
this.
your dick, man. It's gonna be hard.
Right, like a jungle gym.
What?
Woo!
Wait, what's gonna be
We're just
hard?
gonna.
Yeah, no, yeah, yeah, I think I can do that.
If you're up
I
to
think
the
I'm ready.
task.
I mean, that looks, it's fine. Whew. Yeah.
All right. Well,
And
let's make
it's
it
like,
happen.
he goes up to the shopkeep. He's like, "Hey, can I get that scale mail and 48 pack of condoms?"
Sure, absolutely.
Fire and ice. He wants fire and ice.
All right. Here are your Spartan condoms and your armor.
Oh, and then he's like, "How much is how I didn't look. How much does it cost?"
Oh, that would be for everything. It's going to be 2,310 gold, please.
Oh God. He looks to Jules and makes like sad eyes at him.
Fucking god damn it. Alright. Now I have to pay the okay.
You can have 4 of the condoms.
I'm gonna use the condoms whenever I need them. Okay. I'll pay the rest. So how much do you have?
1,184.
All right, Jules is gonna pull out his abacus really quick. Okay, what's the total?
2,310 gold.
Minus 1,184.
Uh-huh.
All right, Jules is gonna pay up 1,126 gold pieces.
I'll pay half that, Jules. I'll go in halvesies with you.
Are you sure?
All right. Of
Okay.
course. Yeah. Right.
Okay, so 563 each.
Right.
And then Derek he's gonna rip his clothes off and take his chainmail and he's gonna hand it to Linux and pull the leather out and give it to Jules and say, "You guys can have these."
Wow.
Thanks.
How
Thanks.
generous.
And then
Is there a recycling here? I'm gonna ask the shop owner.
Oh, I can apply it to any other purchases you make if you want. It's not going to be much, though.
and then he's gonna slide this beautiful armor on, and
Oh, that's
his
fine.
cloak's gonna like non-stop wave behind him.
Billows beautifully.
Nice.
While all of this is going on, you see Gregory in the corner with one of the other shopkeepers, who seems very excited to offload so many chairs. And yes, we'd be willing to give you all 16 of these chairs for 20 gold.
Right. Okay. Here you go.
Fantastic,
gold.
thank you. And you see there's like delicately carved chairs. There's like these sort of like Viking throne-esque chairs. It's just a random collection of chairs. There's a couple folding chairs on there. Yeah.
Gregory doesn't really care what they look like. He's just gonna start like, he's got some rope on him, just kind of try and start tying things to
Tying the
himself,
rope,
like
yeah.
the throne banging against other like crappy chairs, and
Perfect.
I probably need some help, guys. Guys,
Oh, I can help you. I got a few of them.
You see Ileana, who like just made a purchase and slipped something into her bag.
Yeah. I got you.
And then so you got the scrolls, and then the teleportation scroll is 3,200.
Okay, that'll come out of the party funds. Yeah, I'll pay for that.
Okay.
And sorry, I'm doing some more abacus work.
Sure. Use those abacuses. Yeah, it's quite the scene where, two shopkeepers and Ileana are helping strap 16 chairs onto Gregory's back that was already carrying an arcane cannon.
Yeah.
We've lost Derek to admiring himself in the mirror as the sleek armor is under his billowing cloak.
I look totally.
Perfect. Let's see here. Is there anything else that you guys would have seen? There's some Eyes of Minute Seeing in the shop. There's a couple other scrolls. There's a Staff of Fire. But I don't think there's anything else. And of course, the Potions of Healing. But other than that, I don't see anything too special.
All right. Let's skedaddle.
Sorry, you guys take over. I'm trying to find out how much money Derek's supposed to have in that little chest back in his room.
How many of the chairs do I break trying to get out of the shop?
Make a dexterity check for me.
$27.
27.
Nice.
You know, there are a couple that are real dinged up at the top. There might be a crack in the back of a couple of them, but they can be turned into stools. You actually do a pretty good job of like deftly like working your way out the door. You can, you know, the shopkeepers are like, you know, guiding you through. You can hear Ileana like, you know, no, down.
You got it? Yeah, to the left.
Yeah.
A little bit more. No.
pivot.
You're other left.
Pivot.
Gregory.
Yeah, and you make your way out, and you emerge a colossus being of wood and cannon.
Ooh.
All right. What else are you guys accomplishing today?
I'm just like racking through my notes.
I know. You can see Jules, like he's got his glasses on and he's like flipping through his abacus and like a notebook as you guys are walking. He's not really paying attention to where he's going. What about the rest of you?
I'd like to pick up some healing potions.
Okay.
Maybe just some standard ones. Are they the typical?
The basic is just 50.
Okay, I'll pick up.
They have all 4 levels though.
Oh, okay. This next one's up is like 500 something, right? Or 1,000 or something.
So in this shop, the regular is 500, the greater is 150, the superior is 450, and the supreme is 1350.
I'll get 3 of that 151. It was the
greater.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please. That way. That's it for letting them.
So, Victoria,
Yes.
the best thing I could do was find out what Fen had, because I know Fen started with only like 200 gold.
Okay. We can take a look at it after stream,
Sure.
and then you guys can do your math after if you want, because I know you guys have more than that. So.
Oh no, I'm saying I have what Fen had minus her 200 starting gold, or whatever that she had at the beginning.
Oh, I see. Sure, that's fine.
You sure as hell didn't help pay for any group meals.
Who, Fen?
Yeah.
Fen came, made 350 platinum, and then bounced.
Pretty much.
Props to her.
Yeah.
A hustle.
Freedom.
Yeah.
Cash.
Like, I got this family thing. I gotta go.
Yeah. Bye.
All right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So what are we doing now that we got the scroll? Are we doing this now? Are we?
Well, we have to wait for Maeve to get here first.
Right.
And wait, Derek, you're paying us back later, right?
Well, you bought my armor.
Yeah, and then you're gonna pay us back once we go back and you get your chest open and everything. You're gonna.
Yeah, I might. You know,
I'm gonna
like-
just run ahead of Derek back to the ship.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
All right. So you all make your way back to the ship. Actually, let me get a D1. Or D1 Hunter, give me 1 second. So you make your way back to the ship in your little dinghy boat. You've got Gregory sort of floating beside you. You can see the chairs just mounting up out of the water as he swims next to your boat. And you see on the deck of your ship a familiar figure. It's Mavriel. However, she happens to be in her summer form, so her skin is bright red. Her hair is like this dark sort of charcoal black, and she seems to be in sort of this fiery looking dress.
Is this new?
You've changed.
Right,
look
well, thank you. I figured we're going to go somewhere hot. I should probably protect myself. Also, did you say you you had a hole in your ship?
Yeah, it's right over there.
That thing over there?
Yeah.
And you see her pull something out of her pocket and like throw it on the ground, and she makes another hole in your ship.
Oh.
Like that?
So now we have an employee bathroom.
Absolutely not.
Oh.
And you see her walk over and fold it back up and put it back in her pocket. If you want to keep it there, you can, but it doesn't have to stay there.
Oh, you can just fold the thing up like that. You grab it and that's it?
Yes, you've just left it there because you...
We thought
Didn't
it
know
was a
that?
hole in the
It
ship.
just appeared.
We
Like,
thought it was.
Summon some
It was a
demon out of
fight.
it.
There was a fight. There was a lot going on. They took someone out of it and they went back into it, and then it was just there. So we thought our ship was damaged.
I see. And you're prepared to go to the Nine Hells?
Of course, we got the scrolls. We're all set.
All right. Well, I mean, keep it there if you want. You've got a nice little fence around it, I suppose. Just, no, you can't be down there more than 10 minutes without starting to suffocate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We figured
someone-
it's a whatchamacall. It's a pocket dimension. It's like a bag of holding, right? Except
It's
a hole.
a portable hole.
Also, it does not smell good in there anymore.
Well, I'm glad I didn't enter.
Yeah, it was weird. According to them, I mean, again, I was flying around fighting an Arcanoloth, but according to them, he something popped out holding Peppino and then jumped in there and then disappeared. That's why I thought it was an illusion.
Oh, well, that means they had to have been close by when they entered the hole. And he folded it up, put it in his pocket.
I see.
And then sounds like your enemy has a flair for the dramatics.
That sounds about
Yeah.
right.
He's a bit of a
So-
drama queen.
Hate those. All right. Well, I'm here. Are we going now or are we going after your little...
Sure. Did
Busy.
you need anything from us before we went, or?
No, I can cast the spell that we need, and I think I just need to know where we're going.
All we know is the Nine Hills, and I think from there we're going to try and figure out what level.
Oh,
The nasty's on.
what an interesting thought. So we're just going to aim for the Nine Hells, and then try and figure out what level to go to.
I think so, unless anyone has any idea where.
I mean, it'd be pretty funny if like we get there and we see someone, we're like, hey, you know this guy Bob's the dude? He's like, yeah, I know him. He's a fucking janitor or something like that. If he's just like some fucking
Yeah, I shoved him in a locker earlier. He's still there.
yeah, like if he's just some fucking scrub. Anyways, but yeah, I don't know. There's no way for us to find out where he is
Yeah.
All right.
per se.
Should we go to the first level or the ninth
Is
level?
there a welcome center or any? Is there a
Yeah,
hub
is there
of travel
is there
anywhere
a
there?
desk? Yeah.
I mean,
It's in all
Yeah.
seriousness. Is there a level where people from the Prime travel through typically that might?
I don't know.
Oh, all right.
Do I look like I'm normally in the Nine Hells?
No, of course.
can I rack my brain or my old like notebooks to see if I studied anything about The
Nine
Nine
Hells.
Hells,
Sure.
sure.
Yeah, you can look in your old college notebooks and see if you've got anything in there.
32.
32. All
I got
right,
pretty
let's
lucky.
see. Let's see what you got for the Nine Hells.
Or where I think an Arcanoloth would be traveling through
Or,
or from.
Or real welcome centers.
mhm.
The city center.
Let's see here. I would say you would have a general idea of each of the different layers, like a description of each of the layers. Would you like me to tell you those, or would you like me to send you the information so you could look at them?
Why don't we say it out loud so that everybody knows?
So you would know that there's the first layer, Everness. There's no planar portals that connect directly to this lower layer by Asmodeus's order. So this is typically the arrival point for visitors to the plane, unless you have a way to get elsewhere. You would know that this, the second layer, is a labyrinth of canyons wedged between sheer mountains rich with iron ore. You would know that Minerus, the third layer of the Nine Hells, is a stench-ridden bog. Acidic rain spills from the layer's brown skies, thick layers and scum over its putrid surface. Gothus is the fourth layer. It's a fiery landscape whose seas of molten magma brew hurricanes of hot winds, choking smoke, and ash. You've got Stygia, which is the fifth layer, which is the freezing realm of ice within which cold flames burn. Malabog is the sixth layer, which has outlasted many rulers. And let's see here. That one seems to be a land of like crumbling fortresses and that have been like carved in the mountainside, and there seems to be a lot of like political struggle there. Then the seventh layer is a ruin-covered wasteland, dead cities from desolate urban landscape with like empty quarries between them. The eighth layer is an icy hellscape whose ice storms can tear flesh from bone. And this is where Mephistopheles is from.
Ooh.
And then the lowest layer of the Nine Hells is the realm of dark pits whose walls are set with fortresses. There are pit fiend generals that are there. And this is where like most of the cities of the Nine Hells are and the rulers. So more than likely, unless you guys are able to like gather information about one of the other layers, you're more than likely going to go to Everness, which is the very first layer.
Okay. There's no way to travel to like a different layer immediately because it doesn't. The first layer didn't seem like. Well, maybe. Sorry, how is it spelled?
Avernus.
Oh, Avernus. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess if that's like the welcome area.
Yes.
If that's like the border.
Yeah.
Sure. There's a border patrol, I guess.
Yeah. It's a beautiful space with rocky wasteland of rivers of blood and clouds of biting flies. So that is the
No.
Rivers of blood.
mhm.
Is there any milk?
Then bring your
That would be the
BYOM.
best. Yeah.
Bring your own milk.
Right.
All right, guys, let's try and do this quick because this place sounds like it's kind of shitty.
Aye.
Yeah.
Right.
Ugh.
Do we remember anything though about the Arcanoloth? Did it have? There was some type of magic we were using that just wasn't working right. I don't know if that matches with any of the planes either.
What magic? What?
I know at least fire. I wasn't sure if there was anything else.
I mean, they all sound, except for the icy ones, they all sound pretty fiery.
All right. All right.
So it's probably not. What was it? The fourth one? Think of the fifth one.
Yeah.
All
We're
right.
just gonna teleport to him anyway, right?
Or we can scry once we're there. So I suppose we go
Yeah.
to the first one, and Maeve, is there good shopping on the first one for you? Will you be able to do what you need to do there?
Ooh, probably not. But I'll just go to whatever layer you're on. I'll try and find shopping there.
All right. Thank you.
It's good.
All right. I think we're ready. We're rested.
Yeah.
Oh, Derek, you have your different spells prepared before we head out.
I have to. Yes, I did.
Lovely.
Right. Great. Fantastic. Oh, Ileana, I need both of my hands to do this. Would you mind holding Augustus? And you see her pull out of her little pouch a corgi-looking Cerberus puppy.
Oh, yeah, I can, sure, yeah, that I can hold it.
Thank you. He just needs to be out for this to work.
Sure.
Great. And you see the puppies, like all three of their heads are trying to like lick your hands.
Oh, that's kind of adorable.
All right. Everyone hold hands. We're not taking the ship, right? None of your friends are.
Oh
No. Oh, actually, I'm
They're
gonna.
not our friends.
I need 15 minutes. I'm gonna go just fill the crew in. I'll say we'll be back in a couple days. Stay here. Don't have more than one of the blue drinks per day. Restock. Take your time. Rest.
Are you gonna leave the bag of holding trap while we're gone?
Yeah,
Just-
it's like no one can use it.
Should we just take it out though, and I'll fold up the hole?
Sure, yeah, just fold up the hole then, I guess.
All right, with the shit and everything, I'll just fold it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you're folding it up, you see that like various like some seagulls have made it in there. Some of the fish have like fallen into the hole. There's
Amazing.
man.
Oh.
There might not be a convenient bathroom in the hells, so you know, why not
Right?
take it with?
Oh yeah, we can just, yeah.
I'll pocket the hole.
I said rest stop.
gifted my players a bathroom.
Porta potty.
All right.
I'll give them a hole. They're gonna love it.
Yeah.
Shit in it.
There's so much stuff that they can do with a portable hole. We're gonna shit in it. All right. Yeah. So your crew is given their instructions. You've grabbed the portable hole. You've got that on you, Linux. Ileana, you've got Augustus, and all 5 of you hold hands. Gregory with his chairs on his back. And you see Mabrielle cast the incantation, and you feel that sort of tug in your chest as you were pulled and sort of sucked into a dimension and come back out. And you are in truly a hellscape. The air feels dry and ashy and sulfuric. The ground is truly a wasteland. There's like a river of blood running through. You can see off way in the distance, there's a small, like, it looks like maybe a small village of some sort, but it's hard to tell if it's even inhabited. And Mabrielle reaches out and she says, "Come here, Gus." And she takes her little Cerberus back and puts him back in her bag.
Oh, this is oddly refreshing.
Really quick before we go, Lennox, do you speak Infernal?
Well, as a matter of fact, I do. Hi.
Oh, perfect. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's what they speak down here.
Perfect.
In case we encounter something that doesn't speak common.
Right. All right. Oh. Should we head over towards whatever that village is? Only thing I see, I think.
So go to the hut.
Okay. All right, so it takes about it's hard to actually tell distance. It takes about an hour to travel by foot over to the this like collection of an old crumbling stone building, but not. It doesn't look like there's much there.
Are people here?
Yeah, did we find any signs of?
If there were people here, it's been a long time since they've been in this space.
All right. Well, Derek, why don't we give it a scry? Why don't we see what's going on?
What do you want me to scry for?
The Arcanoloth, why we're here.
Oh yeah, I can scry for that guy.
I'll give
Do
you.
I
I'll
have-
give you his book so you can use it as a.
Really?
Oh.
Well, not give it to you, but I'll let you hold it while you cast the spell, so it's
Oh,
better.
oh, okay. So let me. I don't know why when I type. So for some reason, scry doesn't like to come up when I type it like the other things do. There's some issue. Okay. So, so would it be fair to say that I have met the target?
I would say so. Yes.
Okay. So I gotta take 10 minutes and get down, and I'll go to Jules. Hey, Jules,
But
can you pee in this bowl a little bit?
yeah, I got you.
Oh,
Everybody
boy.
turn around.
Okay.
Aw. Let out a sigh and turn around.
Yeah.
Then I say, okay, then Derek will go and you'll hear some trickle from him, and then you'll hear a of it hitting the ground, and it was sorry, I can't stop once I started. I just don't need it all in the bowl. Add some
Wait, could
spice.
you have just peed in it then? If you had more pee than
No, I just thought it'd be helpful if we, had more of the party,
sure,
if we cross streams.
more of a cocktail than a.
Yeah.
Alright.
And let's see. The Arcanoloth will make a wisdom save.
With a -9, I believe, because you are familiar with it and you have a possession of his.
Oh, I do have a possession.
Yeah. All right.
Sick.
So you sit and you meditate for the 10 minutes because you're doing this as a ritual, I take it.
Yes.
Okay. And as you do it, you feel no connection. Can I get an insight check from Derek, please?
Oh, sure. It's a 10.
A 10. Okay. You haven't felt this sensation before when you try to scry on someone. You know, like when you tried to scry on Pepino, it was weird. It was almost like you were blocked from scrying on him, and you've now kind of put together that he was on a different plane. You've been blocked before where people are aware of it and they've stopped you, but this is a different sensation. It's almost as if the creature doesn't exist.
Would you say the sensation is difficult to describe?
Oh my god.
Any?
Jeez.
So I will, kind of once I've made that realization, I'll turn around to the party and say, I've got like less than nothing.
Weird.
What is
What about?
Like what?
I was gonna say, what did you think of this? But we should have scryed on Pepino.
Well, I'll tell you what. I got enough in me to scry on one more person.
I think
But
it's worth a try.
if we get in a
Right.
battle, I'm gonna be a little tired.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. And I'll be like, hey Lynette, can I have a little bit of pee?
All right.
Also,
Absolutely.
give him the orb too. That you said came from Pepino.
Right.
Oh, the spice bag I have is Pepino's.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Pee until you say when.
Okay, no, that's good. That's good. Just a little bit.
Oh.
And then I'll be like, oh crap, I don't have any left. I'll be like, hey, Ileana,
yeah.
can you pee in this bowl a little bit?
Uh,
I don't have to go anymore. Well, then, like, Sure.
Yeah, we'll
Can
try
we?
to-
Could everybody like walk like 20 feet that way?
yeah.
You see, maybe I'll just kind of like put a little shroud around her.
Oh,
Please.
she's so good.
Please. This will take like a few minutes. I got to take some of my armor off. So just
My goodness.
hang out. So Ileana will take off some of her armor and do what she needs to do.
Jules just over there, just like throwing rocks, into, like the river of
Bouncing
blood.
off the.
Yeah, just splashing
Just like-
everywhere.
Forward.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm
Oh,
done.
and Derek will come back and be like, "That actually took long enough that I can get a little bit out." You'll hear a little bit of trickle. But it's. But the familiar spice blend, and then he will begin 10 minutes of holding the spice bag and focusing on his dear friend Peppino.
Okay. Emilio, could you do a wisdom saving throw for Peppino with a -9, please?
Sure. Give me a second. I wasn't ready to bring up Pino's character sheet. Let me see. Can he fail it if he knows he's being scryed on?
So if he knows, he can choose to forgo it. But he'd have to know.
Yeah, he would have to know.
Oh, if he knows that he's being scryed on.
Yeah.
Okay. This is just a wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm. -9.
Perfect. He rolled the 1, so 7. So
Oh.
-2.
All right.
-2. Perfect.
As part of it, as Derek's like feeling the power, he's like, "Oh, the more people that pee in this, the more powerful my spells are."
Okay.
Wow.
So, Derek, you close your eyes as you're meditating over this bowl of urine, and you see the familiar sight of Peppino. You see him chained to a very dark, soot-covered stone wall. There doesn't seem to be a lot of other features in the space, but he's gagged. And you can see that he's breathing and he's kind of like looking around, but he's chained to this wall.
Is he clothed?
He's clothed, but his clothes look even more, his clothes were already a little bit tattered and dirty, but he's looking a little worse for wear.
Okay. So Derek will pull out of that and turn around and say, "They've got him." No, this is inappropriate, Emilio.
What?
This is our dear friend. I realize you have no connection to him.
What?
He said he's captive in some sort of perhaps dungeon.
Any inclination as to which layer or
Well, am I correct in believing that if I saw him that he's in this layer?
Not necessarily. You get
Okay.
that you're definitely on the same plane of existence.
Okay. The
Yeah.
layers. Okay, there. Got it.
Yeah. And none of you have been able to can't actually cast teleport, right?
No.
I will. Yeah, I'll tell him that I saw, stone walls and he's chained up, and the room is very sooty. But other than that, I don't have any indication.
Oh, do you have a way of sharing that vision with the person that'll be casting your teleport spell? It's not foolproof, but if they've seen this space once, it's better than just a description.
Derek will look at her and say, like he just goes full Kristen Stewart face. He's just
Wow.
like whoosh. You actually his hair blew back as the information went over his head. His cloak billowed, but not from him.
Nice.
Share? Did you say share a vision?
Yes. Can you find a way to just share share what you saw?
Yeah, I can tell you about it.
Oh. Oh no.
Can you do your thing, Derek? Your illusion.
What illusion? I've never done an illusion. uh, no. Yeah, that's no. Nope. He's like thinking through all the things he can do. It's like, no, yeah, nope. Yeah, no, I don't think that's a thing I can do.
Why don't you just describe it?
I
Or
mean-
why don't you dream? Why don't we take a nap and do the dream thing, and then you can just imagine it exactly as you saw it.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Sure. Who will be casting the spell? Because they should probably be in there so that they have seen it.
Oh, which spell?
Your teleport scroll.
You can't cast teleport.
Or,
man?
or wait,
Not
I could,
today. I guess I could use your scroll spell. Your spell
Oh,
scroll.
if you don't
or
mind.
what if I just use the scroll?
Well,
Oh, you
Because
could.
it's already in my
well,
brain.
I mean, okay.
I think Maeve would be much better at it than Maeve's. So
Yeah,
if
I-
we're about this strong here, then Maeve is.
Yeah.
I just kind of like look up at this guy, like.
Yeah.
Grabs the scroll, begins focusing on Pepino, but then begins thinking about Mercia's breasts.
Oh my god.
No, I'm...
That's fair.
Pepino, he's right here.
Say Pepino. It's been a while. Pepino. Okay. No, he's like, I can do this. I can do this.
Can you do that? Is that a spell?
I-
Cleric?
If it's if it's a scroll, can't I do it?
So is it a spell that is on the cleric spell list? Even
Oh,
if it's above your spell?
probably not. Let me look.
I don't think.
No, not cleric.
Teleport?
Yeah.
No, I can't do it. I'll do it. Like, no, I can't do it. I start looking at it. I can't even read this shit.
Oh,
It
Jules
is a
had-
little bit complicated, Jared.
I like
All
Jules'
right.
idea, right? That's clever.
All right. All right, Derek. Well, get you to sleep. Do you need something for it? I can give you a little something to get you to sleep.
Oh no, I'm a cat. And I like arch my back out and lay down, and I rest my chin on my arm, and then I'm asleep.
All right. We'll be back in a minute. Don't let us die. And you see Maeve go into a trance and cast Dream on the two of them. So in the dream, you're in the same Feywild space, and she says, "All right, darling, let me see where you were with Pepino."
Okay. And then I will focus on that memory I had from that incantation and show that to you.
Okay. All right. Stay as long as you like, dear. Change up the scenery if you want to. I'm going to go
Okay.
back to your friends.
Okay, I am in a valley of boobs.
Yeah. Yeah. So you are in a valley of boobs as Maeve comes out and she's like, "All right, well, I've got it." He seems like he's going to be sleeping for a while. Do you want to just hold on to his hand and go, or do you want to wait for him?
We can wake him up, right?
Sure. I'm not going to wake him up. I don't stop anyone's fun.
I can. Hey, Derek.
Gonna
Yeah,
Jules
might-
here.
Might want
Here.
to,
Oh, how'd you
she's
know I like that?
just like shaking him from the torso.
And he wakes up and he opens his eyes and goes,
Got it.
no!
Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. You're okay.
No, send me back! Send me
You're
back!
okay. You're okay.
Oh, it was so real.
You need to
Oh.
wake up so we can go.
Oh. Okay.
She'll help him up.
Oh.
All right. Well, I'll do my best. Remember, I'm seeing Derek's memory, so
Yep.
Right.
can't make promises.
Yep.
All right. Let's all hold hands, darlings.
Right.
All right.
Sure.
I'll hold Maeve's hand. Bam.
I'm at D100. range is not great.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
I need your face to look happy. I know it's very unfortunate that I'm asking a woman to smile, but I mean it very specific.
Classic Steven.
Oh,
So after I said it, I felt guilty. I felt the
Yeah.
shame.
Yeah. Oh, neat.
12, 14, 20. Okay. Unfortunately, I rolled a 23, which means there was a mishap. So everyone takes 20 points of force damage.
Okay.
Oh, more like 5 points. Am I right?
Mhm. Sure.
I like that temporary. That's great.
Yeah.
It's gone.
And then. Okay. And now I have to roll to see where you end up again.
Oh shit.
Okay. Well, at least it wasn't another mishap. You end up in a similar area. Okay. All right. So, you feel yourselves being jolted around, and it's almost like you hit a wall. Like you almost hit a very similar wall to the one that you saw Peppino chain to, Derek, and you're shifted and brought into this space, and it's a soot covered wall, like stone wall, very similar to the space that Peppino was in. But you know, it looks a little bit different. Peppino definitely isn't there. There's several tables. It looks like it's about 3 times as large as the room that Peppino was in. There's several tables that look like they're torture racks in the center of the space. There are chains just hanging from the walls. And all of you find yourselves, as you kind of turn around and look around in the space that you're in, you're surrounded by 2 pit fiends.
What?
And you're clearly not in the space that you're meant to be. And that's what will end tonight's
Oh
Sure.
shit!
Just some pit fiends.
It's
Couple
fine.
Nothing to worry about.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Hey, Derek will finally get to fight in a pit.
It's fine.
Again.
Hey, yes. It's all full
A
circle.
couple of pit fiends, and you know, you just took a bunch of damage. You just burned a bunch of high level spells from your bard friends.
Yeah.
It's fine. Your turtle is cooked.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well,
Oh, man.
Wait.
Welcome to the Nine Hells.
What happened?
There was
pit fiend.
There was a mishap. So you took 20 points of force damage. Everyone did, because
Okay.
she rolled a 23. And then when she re-rolled, you are in a similar area. So you didn't make it into your dungeon. You made it into a different dungeon, and there you can see 2 pit fiends in the space that you're in.
Pit
I don't
fiends.
have any
Yeah.
fifth level
I
spells. I hope
That's the luck.
pit fiends suck.
Like,
So yeah, and that's where we ended tonight's session. So I guess we're gonna start up with some combat next week against the
Damn.
pit fiends. Awesome.
my gosh.
Yeah. Way to go, guys. Richie, hey, thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Can't wait to get one shot by a pit fiend.
Yeah.
First
Yeah.
5 seconds of
Yeah.
sounds
Hey,
right.
you know what? As long as they have your ashes, you can always come back. That's the rule around here. So yeah. So thanks everyone for hanging out for the Obsidian Scar. We play every Sunday night from at 10 o'clock Eastern time. We are currently revamping our schedule for D&D, but right now we have some consistent nights on Monday nights, Friday nights, and twice on Saturdays that you can see us play D&D, as well as, of course, Sunday nights. And then Dan, if you want to know anything else about us, you want to be friends with us, you can always hang out in our Discord. And then Dan, are we going to jump into anyone's stream tonight?
Yeah, we're gonna jump over to Blackwater D&D. They've got a hype thing this week.
Oh, awesome. All right. So if you can, stick around, go over there, say hi, give us a caw, and we will see you guys next Sunday to see if they survive the 9 hells. All right. Have a good one, everyone. Bye.
Bye.